Hi there. Can you hear? Hi there. Yes? No?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, thanks.
Good evening.
Thanks, Mr. Beltran, for answering. Okay, you can listen, no problem. Okay, well, let's start. Thanks for being on time. So we're gonna continue today with this, the next unit. Okay, unit 9. So remember that we were doing some exercises about any and some yesterday. So today we have one more, I think. Let me look for that exercise and let me see if you already did it. Okay, tell me please, it's similar, but this is shorter. So tell me if we did this exercise. No, not in the group, not with your group, but this is similar, right? But I don't know if we did it too. In this case, you have two options. I don't want it. Okay, you have just two options. And in the previous, we have 4. So I don't know if we did this one or just the one with 4 options. Don't you remember? No. Well, anyway, let's practice,
What is
right?
the question?
Excuse me? The question is if we did it. The question is if we did it. Oh, because in this case, we have 2 options. And we did one with 4 options. So the question is, if you remember, if we did this exercise with 2 options. That is the question. Did we?
No,
No,
just the one with the 4 options.
just the one with 4 options. Okay. Thanks, sir. Thanks. Okay, so let's continue. One more exercise is similar, right? It's similar, but I think it's good to have that feedback. So let's see what we have here. There is, okay, can you tell me the full sentence, please? The full sentence.
There isn't any rice.
Okay, correct.
There are some apples.
Apple.
Okay.
There aren't any oranges.
Okay.
There isn't any water. There's some orange juice.
Okay. And what about the rest? I just listened one participant. Do it with her. Do it together. Okay, continue.
Good morning.
There aren't
Any.
any onions.
Any.
Okay, thanks.
There's
Some curry.
There's some curry.
Correct.
There's some chicken.
There's some chicken.
Correct.
There's
There
some
isn't any milk.
There isn't any
there
milk.
is-
Correct.
There aren't any tangerines.
Tangerines.
Correct. Okay, very good. You see, it's easy because now you see that automatically you just identify if you have negative, interrogative, or affirmatives, right? Automatically. So as you did at the beginning, that I was just listening to Miss Barrier, right? Just immediately, most of the time she answers immediately because maybe she didn't stop to analyze, just to remember affirmative, negative, interrogative, okay, plural or singular. And then you will do it automatically, okay? Because we don't stop thinking about that situation. You will choose the correct option, okay? Unconsciously, because we'll see negative, okay, interrogative, okay? Just be careful if it is plural or singular. But remember, interrogative, it was easy, right? It was easy. Well, it seems to be easy for you. So I hope that it was easy for you, okay, to choose the correct option. So that's what we have. And do you remember when can we use some in an interrogative? Because we're supposed to use any in interrogatives, right? Right? But when can we use some in interrogatives? Do you remember? Anybody can tell me?
Sentences, negative sentences.
Any, no, some is for any too. Negative is any.
Yeah.
But there is, yes, any is with interrogatives and with negatives.
Negative.
Yes. So my question is, sometimes we use some in interrogatives. Why? Because we're supposed to use in interrogatives any. But why sometimes, and with affirmative, some. But why sometimes we use some in interrogatives? Anybody who remembers that information?
When is
Cuando se
possible.
quiere,
Yes.
cuando son normas de cortesía, por ejemplo, si se pregunta a alguien que si quiere algo de jugo, por ejemplo.
Okay, if you want to offer,
Okay.
especially some food, okay? Especially when you offer, and most of the time, food, drinks, right, or beverage, okay? Yeah, correct, sir. Thanks. Try to say it in English, okay? You can do it. You can say it in English. Okay, correct. That's the correct information. Thanks, Mr. Hernandez. And that's the point. We can use some in interrogative, as Mr. Hernandez says, if we are offering food, if you are being polite. Okay, in that situation, we can say, would you like some cake? Would you like some juice? No, any. Any cake? No, because you are offering someone to eat something. Okay, most of the time is when we offer something to someone. Okay, well, that's what we have. As an extra, the last exercise that I had for you as an extra exercise. Now we're gonna go back to the book. We're gonna do the exercise that you have in your book. Just give me a second, please. Give me a second to share the book, and we can solve it because we didn't work that part of the book yesterday, right? We just did the extra exercises. So I can, okay, here. I got it. Okay, here. Let's do together this part. Okay, now that you practice, and I think you did a very good job with the extra exercises, I think it will be easy, this part for you too. Okay, let's see. Okay, who wants to be Kate and who wants to be Jane? To complete the ideas. Nobody
Teacher,
wants, yes?
what is the number page, please?
It's the next. We'll go in order. Let me see. Tal vez no se me va esto. 59.
Thanks.
Okay, siempre vamos en orden. Don't worry. Okay, good. No se me movió. Okay, so nobody? Okay, well, let's do it together. So, oh, they don't have any potato salad. Why they used any? Why? Can you tell me?
Because it's negative sentence.
Correct. Because we are using or they are using negative. Very good. Those are the reasons, right? We have to understand why and it will be easy. But we have lots of potatoes at home. Let's make. Okay, let's make some. Why? Why some? The reason? The reason why?
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Correct, because we have an affirmative, okay, situation. So let's make some. Great. Do you have?
Any.
Any mayonnaise.
Some.
Mayonnaise, okay. Do you have any mayonnaise?
Mayonnaise.
Okay, why?
It's an
Why?
interrogative.
Because we have an interrogative, correct? No, we don't need to buy.
Any.
Some. Any.
Correct.
It's
No, I know, excuse me, it's not don't. I'm inventing. No, we need to buy
some.
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 Mhm. We
It's a
need to buy.
negative.
Yes, yes, it's affirmative, right? So we need to buy some. And we need
Some onion.
onions, correct? Because in this case is affirmative and plural. Remember that we use with plural too, affirmative and affirmatives. So in this case, we have two reasons, okay? For using some, because it's affirmative and it's plural. Because with singular, a and an, but we don't have that situation. Affirmative and singular, we don't have. Okay, oh no, I don't want.
Any.
Any.
Okay, any, because we have negative. No, I don't want any onions. Remember that we use some and any with countables and uncountables, right? That's not the point. The point is to use the type of sentence, interrogative, negative, or affirmative. Okay, don't worry. Let's get
Some.
Let's. Some.
correct. Let's get some. Why?
Affirmative.
Because we have an affirmation. It's affirmative. Some celery.
Celery.
No, I don't want
Any.
One in celery.
any celery. You see the difference? It's not the noun. The point is the type of sentence. Ay, pero teacher, era celery arriba son y ahora celery abajo any. ¿Y es el mismo celery? ¿Qué pasa ahí? Well, the point
O
is that
sea,
It's negative.
it's negative.
the previous
Ah,
now is negative and the previous was affirmative. So you see how important is to focus on that. If we have negative, affirmative, or interrogative, no the noun, because the noun can receive different, right? Any, some, a, and it depends. Okay, so let's put
Some.
Some apples.
correct. Let's put
Plural.
some apples because it's plural, correct? It's plural, right? Are you sure? I mean, are you serious? Apples in potato salad? Well, okay. And that's it. Easy. You see? I see that you have clear, I think that you have clear the topic. And that's good, right? That you don't need to stop analyzing, thinking, no, just that. Okay, unconsciously, affirmative, negative, and that's it. Okay, I think no problem with this situation. And we're gonna do the last exercise. You're gonna classify, you're gonna do it in groups. You're gonna classify together. You're gonna classify together. I'm gonna send it to the chat. Count or non-count. Let me send it. In groups, right? So everybody can give the opinion and you can discuss the situation. And you can help each other. Okay? Let me create the breakout rooms. This is what I sent to the group. This is what I sent to the group, okay? It's the same. So you're gonna classify with the vocabulary. With the vocabulary that we studied at the beginning of the unit, unit 9, okay, you can classify those groups, fruits, dairy, oils, fats, vegetables, okay? You can classify them in count or not count. Something that we were working together yesterday. But let's remember, before you go to the breakout room, what are the rules? Not the rules, but the keys that I shared with you yesterday to identify countables and uncountables. Do you remember? Do you remember the rules?
Yes.
Sorry,
Okay.
I don't remember.
You don't remember. Okay, but don't worry. Don't worry that here we're gonna make a review together. Okay, can you help, Ms. Barrier?
Yes.
You said that you remember, right?
Yeah.
So
Yes.
tell us.
Any do you want the rules for the
Countables for uncountables, to identify uncountables.
Sorry, I don't understand.
The rules, remember that I shared a presentation and I told you how to recognize uncountables nouns in general. I share some images in some groups, and let's see that they are keys, claves, no rules, but keys. Nobody remembers that?
Affirmative sentence.
No, we are now, no. That is any song, but we are talking about countables and uncountables nouns.
En contables podría ser vegetable.
Countable.
Uncountables, well, okay, well, I'm gonna show you, or maybe I am wrong. Maybe I didn't show you this. So if I didn't show you, I will. I thought that we could do it, but I don't know. So let me show you. Maybe no, right? Let me open. I think I did. Did I explain this? Did I show you this?
Ayer.
Yes,
No.
yesterday. Yes or no?
No, no, teacher.
No. Ah, okay, so that's why you don't know.
Dijo que después íbamos a ver sobre los contables.
Countable o non countable.
Uncountable, okay.
Dijo que al final de la clase, ayer o ahora.
Okay, so we didn't. Okay, so we didn't have time because I programmed this for yesterday, right? I prepared this for yesterday. So, but maybe we didn't have time at the end. Okay, so my mistake, right? I was asking you something that I didn't share. I thought that I have shared this. Okay, but here we have this key because we have two groups, right? Countables and uncountables. That was what you watched in the book, count and not count. So countables is easy, I think. It means that we can count, right? That we can individualize the object, the people, I don't know. But how about uncountables? Sometimes it's a little bit, let's say, complex, not difficult, but complex. But if you remember and if you understand these rules, I'm sure that it won't be difficult. The first that I have for you is that we can identify uncountables when we talk about liquids. But this is no, let me share. This is countable. This is easy, as I said, right? At the beginning, this is easy because we can count. The ones that I want to explain you more is this one, uncountables. Because sometimes we think, well, we can count them. But what it means? ¿Qué significa eso que no los puedo contar? We have some specific groups. We have some specific forms to identify. For example, if we have liquids.
How many?
No. With uncountables nouns, we use how much. But the point here is to recognize when we have how much and when we have countables and uncountables nouns. Okay? Because you will use it, not just for this topic, but for some other topics. It's important to recognize if we have a countable or uncountable. Y dependiendo de eso, voy a hacer la elección entre dos formas. Not just for this topic, and not just for how much and how many. That's why I prepared for you these keys, claves, not rules, but keys that I think are good. So in this case, we have liquids. If you're talking about liquids, you will know that you have uncountables. Okay? In general. In general. So, but if we have, for example, if we have a containers, that is different. Because you can tell me, pero yo puedo decir 1 litro de leche, teacher, allí, deme 1, 2, 3. Yeah, but in that case, you are counting the container. Okay, you are giving the unit to the container. Liter, bottle, cup, jar, what else? Glass. Is the container, not the milk itself, not the honey itself, not the oil itself. Is the container. So if you mention the container, there you have a countable. Okay, can you give me 2 cups of coffee? Pero ahí yo digo tazas. Right? I mentioned it, the container, the unit. Por eso es que es countable. Pero si yo digo, I want to drink some coffee, is uncountable, por eso uso some. Y esa es la conexión que quiero, por eso les traigo esto de countable y uncountable un poquito más profundo, porque los uncountables muchas veces van con some. Usamos some. Otra razón más cuando usar some, aparte que es afirmativa y plural, cuando son uncountables. Entonces tenemos que distinguir qué es eso y cuándo son, para ponerle el some si lo necesito. All right. So in this case, we have the first key, clave, right? No rule. Let's say key. And that's the difference. If I talk in general, I would like some milk. I would like to drink some milk. That is in general. Estoy hablando de leche, no de una taza, de un vaso, de 1 litro. I want to buy some milk. Ahora, si yo digo quiero comprar 3 litros, is countable. But in general, milk is a liquid. So if I don't mention a specific unit, is uncountable. So I use some. Okay, that is the first. Part number 1, to recognize an uncountable noun. Is it clear, the first? Is it clear? Yes? Okay. Thanks for answering, sir. Okay, so and you can say the bottle, but the bottle, Sofia, is not liquid. When it melts, yes, right? Cuando se derrite, sí, so it's the same. That's why it is here. Okay, and anyway, ya vamos a ver otra razón por la que aunque se derrita o no se derrita, es uncountable. Okay, but there you have one reason. Part number 2. When to know, how to know if we have countables. Uncountables. This, smaller than or as big as a rice. So you're gonna take this measure, rice, that size. You can compare with a rice. If something is smaller or that size, right? That size, at least that size. We have that is uncountable too. Examples, salt, flour, rice, of course. Okay, sand. You see? Okay, almost. Yes?
One question. The sugar is this group?
Yes, of course. It is smaller than a rice.
Okay.
Yes or no? Yes, right, it is. It's similar to the sand.
Yes.
So, yes, it is. It is, of course.
Okay.
Because it's smaller than a rice.
Pepper.
Pepper too, correct?
Mhm.
That's another example. We have here just some examples, but of course, anything that is smaller than this size, or at least this size, is part of this key, part of this situation.
Okay.
Uncountable.
The spice are uncountable.
What, excuse me?
The spice, the species.
A species. No, it depends on the species. It depends. For example, the pepper, right? Yes, because it's already blender, let's say. But in this case, some others, no, because they are bigger than a rice. They are bigger than a rice. For example, the cinnamon. Cinnamon is a species, I think. Honestly, I don't know exactly what are all the species, but I think that the cinnamon is an species. So it is not. Well, when you have it like McCormick, right? In that presentation, yes, because it is smaller. But when you have the bar, no, won't be part of this group. It depends on the presentation. Okay? So the point is this, smaller or as big as a rice. That's what you have to identify. Okay? I don't recommend you to take just the specific, let's say, food, vegetable, fruit. And I'm going to explain why. Because sometimes same food can be countable or can be uncountable. So let me stop here. Because, for example, if you have eggs, right? Eggs are countables cuando está directamente de la gallina. But when you prepare it, they are uncountable. ¿Por qué? Por la siguiente regla que vamos a ver. The same oranges. If you have one orange, it is countable. But if you have it in a fruit, if you have it in a salad, or if you have it as a juice, it is uncountable. If you have a fish, if the fish is alive, or if you are buying a fish because it's a unit, countable. But if you are ready to eat it, it's uncountable. The same the chicken. The chicken, when you buy it, the full chicken or the pieces are countable. But at the time of eat it, they are uncountable. ¿Y cómo es eso, teacher? Well, because of this last rule. Look, this other rule says you have to cook it to eat it in a civilized way. You have to cook it to, okay, I'm going to stop here because I'm going to forget to take the attendance. Okay, I have the alarm to remember the attendance, but if the alarm is already over, so I'm going to interrupt the explanation because I will forget. I don't want to forget the attendance. Okay, so now, smile if you want to be beautiful and handsome. Don't turn on the cameras just for the picture, my dears, please. Okay, but at least smile, right? Okay, so let me send the pictures and okay, there. And now I'm gonna call your names. Let me open. Bye-bye for a moment. I won't see you for a moment. Let me open the attendance. And here. In a second, please. It is opening. Okay, now here we go. Here we go. Alejandro Alfonso.
Present.
Okay. Alison Jasmine. Alison Jasmine? No. Okay, next.
Puso que estaba
Next.
enferma, teacher.
Oh, really?
En el
Okay.
chat del WhatsApp.
Ah, okay, she was the one. But let me see if she... but I can identify her name. Okay, thanks for telling me. Cuando escriban mensajes, lo mejor es que pongan su nombre al final, porque yo no los tengo identificados. Y algunos aparecen solo con corazoncitos y cosas así. Y no se identifica. También cuando me escriban algo especial, identifíquense, porque tengo varios en diferentes lugares. Y a veces solo me dicen, teacher, mire cómo era el homework. Y yo no sé cuál homework, ni de qué grupo, ni de qué nivel. Entonces, identifíquense siempre para que así, pues, de una vez les puedo ver si se les ayuda en una situación especial. Ok. Well, so Alison, you said, right, I is sick. Ok, Ana Cristina Dimas. No.
Here, teacher.
Okay. What happened, Ana Cristina? You didn't answer. Okay. Okay, thanks, Miss Dimas. Ángela Stephanie.
Present.
Okay. Azucena del Carmen.
I'm here, teacher.
Okay. Thanks. Carlos Ernesto.
Present.
Okay. César Augusto.
Present, teacher.
Okay. César Eduardo.
Present, teacher.
Good. Claudia Verónica. No, she never appeared. Cristina Alfonso. Excuse me. Cristian Alfonso.
Present.
Thanks, sir. Mr. Ramirez. Okay, thanks, Mr. Ramirez. Erika Yvette. No. Ever Ernesto.
Present, teacher.
Okay. Jaime Alberto.
I'm here, teacher.
Good. Janet Lisbeth.
I'm here, teacher.
Okay, Miss Ramirez. José Nelson.
Present, teacher.
Okay, good. Juan Carlos. Juan Carlos. No. Karen Giselle. Karen. No. Carla Sofía. No. Luis Fernando.
Present, teacher.
Okay, thanks. Mario Edgardo. No. No, he never appeared. Okay, Marta Alicia. Marcela. Marta Alicia. No. Marta Lilian.
Present, teacher.
Okay, Miss Deodanes. Leonanes. Yes, no, Miss Santos, excuse me. Miss Santos. Morena Estefanía. Morena. No. Olivia.
Present, teacher.
Okay, thanks. Patricia,
Present, teacher.
good. Alfaro, thanks. Reina, excuse me, Reina Janet. Reina? No, this person never appeared. Neither. Rina Marlene?
Presente.
Okay. Tatiana Carolina? No, she never appeared. Neither. Virginia del Carmen? Virginia? No. Stenia Abigail?
Present, teacher.
Good. Sara Mayra?
Present, teacher.
Good, thanks. Tania Marlene? No. Vilma Arlene?
Present, teacher.
Thanks. Miss Marquez. Fátima Valencia? Are you around, Fátima? No around. No around. Domingo? No around. Ricardo? No around. Okay. Anybody who didn't answer in the moment? No? Okay, well, let's continue.
Teacher,
Yes.
disculpe mi pregunta. De un momento me tuve que levantar por mi niño y no sé bien la captura. No creo que eso me afecte.
Bueno, se supone que ven cómo están de atentos, si están o no están por ahí. Pero, ok, bueno. Aunque no estaba, mister. Pero bueno, vamos a volver a tomar, pues.
Gracias, teacher, disculpe.
Ok. Here we go. Pero sonría bastante. Ah, just kidding. Okay. There we go again. Okay, Mr. Lemos, there you are again. The only problem that I think that in the previous we have 20, 23, let me see. Now, 22. Ah, no, permítame, ya la mandé donde fue. Mandé otro grupo, ok. Okay, now. No, it was 22. 22 too. No lo encuentro, mister. No me fijé que no estaba. No aparecía, Mr. Lemos. En la anterior no estaba, ¿verdad? Yo pensé que estaba sin cámara, pero no estaba. Ok, ¿no estaba en la anterior, Mr. Lemos?
Oh, no estaba en el anterior. Hoy sí, gracias.
Ah, ok, entonces es que
En
le
la primera
pregunto.
captura no
Ok.
estuve, me tuve que levantar.
Ah, yo pensé que no estaba en la cámara, o sea, se había salido de la reunión.
No la apagué. O sea, en ningún momento la apagué, solo me senté unos minutos con mi niño pequeño.
No, es que le pregunto porque veo 22 y si usted no estaba es que alguien me falta.
Yo no me he desconectado, ni he desactivado la cámara. Me he mantenido acá.
Ah, ok. Es que no lo hallo.
Solo se había levantado.
Exactamente, así es,
Sí,
gracias,
sí.
Cristian.
Sí, no, sí es que, pero es que no lo hallo, Lemos. No lo hallo, no lo veo en la anterior.
Está en la esquina superior derecha.
Sí, solo se ve una pared celeste en la primera.
En la primera.
Ajá, en la
Pero
esquina.
dice
Ahora está con
Alicia.
nosotros.
Alicia dice.
Estoy arriba de Olivia.
Ah, de
La
Olivia.
otra que
Ah,
yo
ya, la otra.
Y
Ah,
a
ok.
la parte de
Ah, ya,
Alejandro.
ya. Sí, ya lo encontré.
Sí.
Sí, es que el problema es que si no estaba usted, tendría que subir la otra porque me iba a faltar alguien.
No.
Ok, sí, a eso me refería. Por eso es que
No.
necesitaba
No
encontrarlo, a ver
aparezco
si
porque me
estaba.
levanté, no porque me he desconectado.
Ujú, ujú. Por eso le preguntaba si aparecía o no. Ok,
Sí,
bueno,
gracias.
ok, bueno, ahí estamos. Que si no había que subir las dos, porque en uno iba a aparecer una. Miren, ya ven, ahorita hay 21. Por eso es que, y tengo que subir donde aparezcan. Si no aparecen uno, tengo que subir las dos para que sea complemento. ¿Ok? Donde está uno, donde está el otro. Por eso es que a veces se
Teacher,
van dobles. Diga,
Marta Alicia ha puesto que no le sirve el micrófono.
Marta Alicia está aquí.
Sí,
Está en la reunión. ¿Dónde está? Suba la manita, Marta Alicia, para verla, que no la ubico.
ahí la puso ya la manita.
El audífono
Ah,
dice
Marta
que no le,
Alicia. Ah, ok. El
creo
audio.
que no escucha.
Ah, ok. Bueno, entonces me imagino que no contestó, que por eso está ahí comentándolo. Déjenme ver la asistencia. Voy a volver a la asistencia. Y disculpen, chicos, ahí los atrasitos. Marta Alicia. Marta Alicia. Ah, sí, aquí estaba ausente. Me imagino que por eso estaba enunciando ella que no contestó. Ok. Bueno, ahí está Marta Alicia. Ok, bueno, y gracias a los compañeros por ayudarle a ella. Bueno, ok, sorry the interruptions. So let's continue. And we were with explanation, right? Okay, here. And this is the last rule, no rule, the last key. Look. You have to cook it to eat it in a civilized way. That's why I was mentioning the eggs, the chicken, the fish. Because if you have the whole piece, you can count them. So in that moment, maybe because the chicken or the fish is alive, in that moment it's countable. Or when you buy them, it's countable because you buy the unit, the whole chicken, the whole fish. So it's countable. But when at the time of eating, it is uncountable because you have to cook it to eat it, at least in a civilized way. Okay, be careful with that. Because I said, if someone said, no, teacher, pero es que yo una piernita de pollo de un solo la como, porque son bien pequeñitas. Yeah, maybe, right? But that's not the average, you know? That is not the normal between quotations. But I know that there is maybe someone, right, who eats in one go, de una vez toda la pierna, de una vez la alita. Yeah, maybe. But that's not the average. No es el promedio, right? And it says in a civilized way, okay, that you looks good eating, okay? So based on that, we have to cook it to eat it. So that makes the difference. You see? That makes the difference. And that's what I said. It's better to understand this. Porque lo mismo puede ser countable o uncountable. Depende de la presentación en que se encuentre. Sometimes, right? Algunas cosas. Porque hay cosas que sí definitivamente son uncountable. Como el brócoli. Brócoli es uncountable. Al momento de comerlo y de comprarlo, porque está hecho de varios. Es un grupo, es un todo. Right? Celery. Lettuce. Usted no compra una hojita, usted no compra un pedacito. So it's a whole. It's uncountable. I can individualize. And at the moment of eat it, of course, right? You have to cook it to eat it. Entonces ahí hay doble razón porque es uncontable. Y algunos que son porque son uncontable. Pero hay otros, como los que les he explicado, que pueden estar en los dos grupos, entendiendo cada regla y ubicándolos el por qué en cada una de ellas. Okay? So those, here you have some examples, right? Some others that are no, let's say that it depends on the presentation, but some others like bread, like cheese. Okay, so we have to cook it to eat it. Meat, in general, we have to cook it to eat it. Okay, and those are the keys that I like. I search for this information, and I think that I choose this one because I think it's the best, the one that explains in the best way. Okay, I think those keys will help you to recognize easily. And if you recognize what is count and what is uncount, you can use the correct word, song, and this is not our topic, but how much and how many. When you have something uncountable, you use how much. And when you have something countable, you use how many. But this is not our topic. But you see, you will use this concept of countable and uncountable in different topics, in different situations. So that's why I wanted to go deeper, a little bit deeper in this topic and share with you these keys. Okay, I don't know. Well, that is more general, right? That's why we said, I need some money. But this case, things that you cannot hold in your hands. You cannot hold in your hands. Or some of them are intangible, right? Intangible, abstract. We use as uncountables because they are abstract or intangible. In other words, you can hold, you can't hold in your hands. It's not something physical. Okay, and those are the rules. I hope that they help to identify these two groups correctly. Okay, I don't know if you have any question. No questions? It's clear?
Teacher,
Yes? It's clear or you have a question?
I have a question.
Yeah, tell me.
Uncountable
Yes?
food is liquid, grano, bean, grano.
Okay, not specifically grains because we have beans and beans can be are let's say considered countable sometimes. Okay, so remember the rule, smaller than a rice. Okay, smaller. As big as or smaller. So maybe the size that we can take is that.
Okay.
And liquids is in general, yes. In that case, liquids in general. We can say it in general in that case, Miss Ramirez.
Y beans como garbanzos, esos sí son contables.
Yes, they are considered correct, like countable, because they are bigger, right? They are bigger than a rice.
Okay, gracias.
Okay, so remember those, let's say those keys, okay, those keys, in which you can, because as I said, if you use specifically, if you use something specific, like the food, sometimes they won't, let's say, follow, right? No van a, pero ¿y qué pasó? Si se suponía que era contable, pero no podemos generalizar. So I think it's better no aprenderlo por unidad, por cada cosita, onions, carrot, bananas, algunos sí, pero lo mejor es tener presente lo que les he compartido. So you can classify them. Okay. Okay. Any other question? I'm gonna show you some other examples of countables and uncountables nouns. And you're gonna do an exercise before doing the exercise in your book. We're gonna do together one more exercise. Let me show you. Okay. Now. Okay, I got more examples for you. So here you can see that we have eggs, bananas, olive, fries, burger, hot dogs, apple, carrots. But you can see here fruits. Pero Sofía, la banana, apple está allá también y son frutas. But I already explained why. Okay? Because in this case it's in general. It's in general. But if you individualize, it's countable. Pero si digo fruta en general, no estoy individualizando. Se vuelve uncountable. Y si me la voy a comer, todavía más uncountable. La misma fruta. So you see why. It's important to understand the general idea. Because if I focus on the specific noun, puede pasar eso. Ah, pero está aquí, allá también. ¿Por qué? Usted ya sabe ahora por qué. Aunque la vea en los dos lados. Ok, en ambos grupos. And here, right? Because you need to cook it to eat it. They are liquids. The size of a rice, etc. You see? Okay, I'm gonna share a link so you can do an individual practice. I'm gonna share a link. So you're gonna do an online exercise. Okay, you're gonna decide if it is countable or uncountable. And then we're gonna do one in groups. That will be a contest. But let's start by doing this. Okay, you can do that one. Por cierto, para las otras clases, si se necesitan levantarse, es bueno que digan como algunos, ¿ok? Por otra vez, Mr. Lemos o quien sea, ¿ok? Es bueno que avisen que se van a levantar, así yo con gusto los espero, ¿verdad? Para que no vuelva a pasar eso de que, porque yo honestamente tomo las screenshots y ahí se van, no estoy viendo, por eso ni encontraba ahí Mr. Lemos. Que yo había entendido que no estaba, pero no estaba, ¿por qué? Porque no aparecía, porque estaba hacia el techo o porque se había desconectado, ¿verdad? Entonces, pero para los demás, yo con gusto los espero, ¿verdad? Si tienen algo importante que hacer, eh, avisen. O incluso, mire, voy a ir a abrir la puerta. No, eso es rapidito, ¿verdad? Pero algo que vayan a hacer, o ya vuelvo simplemente. Entonces, y ahí los esperamos si no hemos pasado la asistencia, ¿verdad? Bueno, si ya la pasamos, pues probablemente no sea necesario. Oigan, así es que así quedemos. Avisen que con gusto, ¿verdad? Les damos una esperita que me imagino no va a ser media hora, ni 20 minutos. Así que los podemos esperar, estar ahí pendientes para que todos, si están en la clase y solo se levantaron un momentito, pues que todos aparezcan. ¿Ok? O si ya se sale, pues avise, como cuando regresan, ahí es donde mando y tengo que subir doble. Pero en ese caso obviamente no puede avisar, ¿verdad? Porque es la internet y se sale. Hasta que regrese, avise. Y le tomamos otra para que sí aparezca. Ok, bueno, let's work in that exercise, do it individually, and then we're gonna do one more in groups. I think I'm gonna wait 5 minutes. I think it's enough for you to do it. This is the exercise that you have to do. You just need to choose countable or uncountable. Maybe you don't know what is it, right? But look at the picture. You have to identify. Okay, and look at the picture. You're supposed to put the image, and then choose if it is countable or uncountable. The image, and choose if it is countable and uncountable. Apple. Bread. Where is the apple? I don't know where is the apple. Ah, here. Okay. If you don't recognize one of them, no problem. The most important is that you choose countable or uncountable. Remember that chips are the type of potatoes, right? Are those potatoes that are fried potatoes. Those are the chips. Sausage, the one that is with the fork. Sausage. I think the rest, no problem with the rest.
Teacher, I have a question. We will send the images?
No, just no, it's for you just to know if you are okay, if you recognize what is countable and uncountable.
Okay.
And if you have a big problem, let me know, right? Maybe we can explain if you got 3 of 10, for example. But remember that the important is to identify countable and uncountable. Maybe know the image. remember that you have olive and olive oil. Olive and olive oil. And peas are the ones that are in green, like small balls, right?
Here we have to send a picture.
No, I told you that the idea is that you know if it is, but if you want to send it, yeah, but some of you can send screenshots.
Okay.
The important is to identify if we are okay, if you are not okay, tell me, and so maybe we can help. But those who can send the picture, so we can see, right, some samples, algunas muestras of those who can send the screenshot. Okay. I think you did it, right? So I don't know if you have any doubt. Doubts? It's okay? Or you still working?
Finish, teacher.
Finish, okay? How was it? No problem?
Finish.
Finish, okay? No problem? Everything or most of the things, you place them in the correct group? Did you place the most of the things in the correct group? Yes? Or no? It's okay?
I'm going to cry, teacher.
Why? Why? Tell me. Tell me why.
Yo me saqué 5 nada.
5 nada más.
Yo
Okay, but
6.
okay, but remember, well, también les califican identificar correctamente la imagen. Si fue esa la parte donde les bajó nota, pues el vocabulario. Pero lo que nos interesa ahorita es countable o uncountable. Porque también les toma en cuenta si él identificó correctamente el vocabulario.
Pues si veo, teacher, tuve solamente 2 imágenes erróneas.
Y lo demás es countable y uncountable. Lo malo.
Sí, sí.
So in that case, yeah, we have to study more. Stefan. Okay,
I know.
anybody else? How was it?
Finish, teacher.
Finish. How was it?
Yo tuve problema, teacher, pero para identificar
El vocabulario.
no, el pis, no sabía qué eran. Los como frijolitos verdes.
Ah, I told you, peace. I told you, peace.
Ay, lo dejé de último y no sabía qué era.
Well, I got one, right? One that has a good grade. Very good is Evers. So just in that case, sausage, right?
Only one is bad.
Only one, yes, incorrect. Okay, and I understand that in that case, he said, well, I have to cut it to eat it, right? But remember what I said, sometimes it's confusing because they are taking the whole in that moment.
Yes.
Pero si usted le estuviera pidiendo, sí diría some sausage. Can you put some sausage, please? Porque ya lo está pidiendo, está en otro momento, otra presentación. Yo sé que algunos son confusos porque son de aquí y de allá. Y depende también cómo la estén presentando ahí, ¿verdad? So it can be, in this case, sausage can be, actually can be countable, but at the time of eating can be uncountable, as I explained. Okay, so I think it's a very good job in this case, because that is a little bit confusing. Let me see. Well, I can see the rest, the whole. Just let me see. This is, well, it doesn't have any name. The one who had, someone got 5 to 10, pero no me le puso nombre ahí de quién era. So in that case, bread, remember, that is definitely uncountable. Ahí sí no hay confusion.
Well, I have
Bread.
a conclusion there because I choose it as uncountable.
You what? Excuse me?
I choose countable in bread.
For bread? For bread?
Yes, yes, for bread. And I'm confused.
Why? What confused you? Why were
the bread is uncountable?
Yeah, the bread is uncountable, but you,
It's
or maybe, yes. So what was the confusion for you?
That I don't know why. Why is uncountable?
Okay, remember that in this case, definitely you have to cut it to eat it. Además, eso de lo que estaba en la imagen, esos sí son definitivamente tomados como uncountable. Okay, bread is uncountable in English. and you have to cut it to eat it, right? Ah, si usted me dice, pero es que el pan francés, teacher, yo uno me lo como de un solo. Ok, pero depende de ya muy Salvadorian, right? Ese tipo de pan. Y además que normalmente tendríamos que por lo menos sacar 2 partes de un pancito, no de un solo bocado. Ok, hasta el pan francés. But in that case, right, as I said, depende de cada uno cómo comamos, pero un average es que tenemos que tomar trozos porque generalmente en el extranjero no existe ese tipo de pan francés, sino que es solo tipo baguette. Entonces, definitivamente es uncountable.
Impares y de 3 para arriba, teacher.
¿En qué?
Impares.
Impares.
Impares y a partir de 3. Los panes.
Sorry, I don't got the idea. Excuse me. Maybe I'm already sleepy. No, I didn't understand. You catch me, okay? Me atrapó ahí. No entendí el chiste. Soy mala. No le digo que me lo explique porque me lo va a pasar explicando y yo no lo voy a entender. Soy de ese tipo de mujeres que le explican los chistes y no entiende. Okay, but anyway, Mr. Who? Ramírez. Algunos compañeros creo que sí le entendieron. Okay, I'm bad for that. So in that case, that's why Mr. Ramírez. Okay. And what else? Sausage, I already explained, right? Why? Rice, definitely uncountable. No confusion there. Rice is uncountable. Okay, well, the rest of you who sent them, I think most of them are good, right? Algunos no me le tomaron completa, no puedo ver en detalle. But it looks good, right? Okay, it looks good. Let me see these others. Sarah's. Meat uncountable. We said definitely that meat is uncountable. Remember. Bread, definitely uncountable. That's something that you can memorize. Eso sí, miren, eso sí merece la pena memorizarlo. Peas, okay, are bigger than a rice. Para algunos, tea is uncountable. Tea is liquid. Tea is liquid. Okay, chips are countable. You can take 1, 2, 3 at the moment of eating. But most of them are correct. That is good. Y algunos se han equivocado en las cosas que sí. Hay algunas que yo sé, como les dije al principio, son confusas porque están en los 2 puestos dependiendo de la presentación y del momento. Pero hay algo otros que veo ahí que sí, definitivamente no teníamos que equivocarnos, chicos. Como bread, meat. Eso sí, no. Ok, eso sí, hay que, si es posible, eso sí, memorizarlos individualmente. De una vez ya. Las reglas son para esas otras cosas que son como que un poco más duales, right? De aquí y de allá, de los 2 grupos. Ok. But according to the pictures, according to the screenshots, I think that is very good. You have the idea. Except for those who have bread uncountable and meat uncountable. Okay. But the rest, I think it's very, very acceptable, very, very good. Okay. Because you have identified most of them, almost all of them. Okay. Or maybe you did click in the incorrect place, right? Because it happens to me. Unas veces hago clic donde no debo, donde creí que no, donde no creí que era y por eso marco otra cosa. Podría hacer eso también, I don't know. Because it looks good. Most of you got wrong maybe 2 or 3. Okay, so now you're gonna do one more, the last one, in groups. So you can help each other. Okay, you can help each other. And send the screenshot. In that case, yes. Send the screenshot, please. I'm gonna give you the other link. So you can do this last practice for countable and uncountable. Remember to share the screen, please, because the idea is that you work together on the same screen. So everybody can participate, everybody can give the opinion, you can discuss, you can help your classmates can help you. I'm trying to open the link to share it, so give me a second, please. Okay, there you have the link, but I'm gonna do the groups. Okay, and I'm gonna send it to the chat too. Don't worry. But I'm gonna create the groups so you can work with your classmates. Okay, here we go. Okay, I think everybody's in the main room. So that's what I was explaining to some of you. Depending on the presentation, depending on the form, we have different, let's say, nouns for potatoes, right? I was explaining that in this case, those are crisps, okay? Because of the presentation, there are thin and circled, right? So those are the crisps. That's what I said, like the Lays. And the other, in this case, right, we have the French fries. The French fries is very common to call to this presentation French fries. Okay, or just chips. Chips is in general too. So we have different ways, different nouns for potatoes, depending on the presentation. They call in a different way depending on each form or each presentation. Okay. And well, let's see what we have.
Teacher, no funcionaba bien la aplicación del el juego, ¿verdad? Porque al darle finish se volvían las frases, las palabras.
Es cierto, teacher, a nosotros nos puso lo mismo.
I don't know. Yo lo hice y no me pasó eso, honestly. No sé. ¿Era el Inter? No, I don't know because it didn't happen to me. Okay, I got the first group. Okay, is correct. The first group. I don't know what happened. Well, maybe this is the group, right? This is the group who said that it doesn't work because it's not complete. The other, yes, is correct too. Okay. And the last one, well, dos grupos sí lograron y dos grupos no lograron. Okay, maybe the internet. I don't know. Maybe the internet. Okay. Or the computer, I don't know. Okay. So we have the first group. You are the winners, is correct. Countable, sandwiches, crepes, because it's you see the form, right? The circle. Biscuits, sausage, fish. But in that case, remember, ya sabe por qué, ¿verdad? Fish. Porque es la unidad y porque todavía no se está comiendo. Eggs, potatoes, beans, bananas, carrots, strawberry, onions. Correct. And uncountable fruits, salad, cheese, fizzy drink, water, rice, meat, chocolate, and bread. Okay, that's correct. So the winners are Christian Ramirez, Janet, okay, Mr. Hernandez, Azucena, Carlos. Okay, there we are. It's correct. Okay. Well, that's it. Okay, just tell me, just let me take the names of the winners. Oh, can you dictate them, please, to do it faster? Can you dictate the names of the first group to do it faster? Hi.
Cristian
Hello.
Ramírez, Janet Ramírez, Luis Hernández, Azucena del Carmen y Carlos Linares.
Okay. Okay, and with that, thanks. And with that, we are finishing countables and uncountables. Okay, I think most of the exercises look good, right? Look good. So, for most of you. So that's it. That's it about this topic. I don't know if you, before we continue, before we move on to the next topic, because we're going to start a new topic. I don't know if you have any question about that, about the previous topics. Anything before we continue? No? Okay, so let's continue with the next part. Well, not yet the next topic, because we still have something with the vocabulary. Okay, here we have, this is a group work 2. Do we need any apples? Okay, so you can do the questions using any, and you can answer whatever you want. You can say, yes, we have some, or no, we don't have any. Whatever you want. The idea is that you use those expressions, right? Any in questions, any in negative, and some in affirmatives. So the answers will be different. They will depend on you, what you want to say. Okay, but the point is to have this, to use this different vocabulary, right? Lemon, celery, blueberries, I think it's broccoli, tomatoes, onions, carrots, potatoes. What else? Bananas. Okay, you see lettuce. So that's what you have to do. So you see here, they are making a shopping list, right? So they want to know if they have or if they don't have. So it's necessary to do the question about different fruits, different vegetables. Okay. Do we have any blueberries? Let's see. No, we don't need any blueberries. Do we need? No, we don't need any. Oh, yes, we need some. So let's buy some blueberries, etc. So you're gonna do in your own style, okay? The answers. So let me share. Le salió alguien no disponible. Bueno, quizás el internet, ¿verdad? No le pareció disponible la página. Estoy viendo ahí. Ok. ¿Por qué está eso ahí? ¿O es otra página? Well, anyway. Okay. That's the part of the book that you are going to use. I already sent it to the group. So I think 5 or less than 5 minutes, okay? Because it's a short practice, a short conversation. Please use the questions, the answers with any, the answers with some, please.
No me apareció para cambiar mensal. Quizás porque está tronando.
Sí me aparece a mí asignada a la sala 6. No me aparece fuera, me aparece asignada a la sala 6. Busquen en la esquina el botoncito.
Mm. Mm, sí.
No lo encuentra. Okay, now everybody's here. Okay, so the breakout rooms that I visited, in those breakout rooms, people were using the correct questions, any and the answer. So I hope that the rest of groups that I couldn't visit did it too. Okay, so the groups that I could visit, that I could observe, did it. So that's good, that's nice. So you see, now you are using in a natural way, I think, because it's not complicated, right? Just to know the information and that you are doing a question and that you are saying no and you do the connection, okay? And that's the way to do it. That's the way to work at these countables and uncountables. Someone asked me, do we need to use them with plurals or just with plurals when we ask any potatoes, any tomatoes? And I was explaining, no, it's not necessary that we use them exclusively with potatoes, tomatoes. But if it is something that is in group, I was mentioning like the lettuce, celery, broccoli, cauliflower, that we didn't, it was not in the vocabulary, right? But it's the cauliflower. So it is any cauliflower, any broccoli, porque ya está el ramito y ahí hay muchos, right? But in maybe potatoes and tomatoes, yes, right? Si usted va a usar muchos, en general, any potatoes or tomatoes. Ahí sí suena bien en plural. O porque no tiene una cantidad específica. Y decíamos con los compañeros, ahora si usted va a necesitar solo un tomate, una papa, yeah, could be, right? Do we need a potato, a tomato? But it's specific, just one. Maybe you will need one tomato. So you can say, do we need a tomato? Okay. Pero cuando es plural, uso any, porque es pregunta y porque es plural. Pero en los cauliflowers, en eso que viene en ramitos, en grupos, no necesito pluralizarlo, porque ya es un grupo. All right? So I was telling one of your classmates, it's not necessary that you say, do we need lettuces? No, right? Do we need any lettuce? Any lettuce, any broccoli, any cauliflower? Okay? So as you can see, it has a specific point. I think you did it. You understand, you got the idea. You got the idea very well. Tomorrow we're gonna continue definitely with a new topic, okay? With the adverbs of frequency. And now, yes, we're gonna close any and some. Pero creo que hicimos suficientes ejercicios, suficiente práctica, porque yo sé que este tema es cuestión de práctica y a veces al principio me confundo y eso, pero es que lo use y ve, no problem, right? Creo que ahora, creo yo, que quedamos bien. I hope so. Okay, it looks that you are okay with this topic. So tomorrow we're gonna start a new topic, okay? Pero espero que hoy hayan descubierto, oh my goodness, descubierto cosas importantes, ¿verdad? Para clasificar e identificar lo que tienen ahí que usar, ok? Y puedan haber ahí tenido esas claves that I told you, ok? Y además también descubrieron que tiene reacción retardada la teacher con los chistes.
Spanish is difficult now, teacher.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It happens, right? Imprimido, escribido, como el diputado, que tanto lo molestan. Ya aparece la teacher igual que el diputado. Okay, no, please, don't do it. Don't do it. Yes. Okay, so that's the point. Okay, ese es el punto. Repasen lo que estuvimos viendo para que lo sigan manejando. No lo dejen en el olvido, que entre más uno lo ve, más se queda a memoria a largo plazo. Si uno lo entendió, pero ya no lo vuelve a ver, se vuelve información pasiva. ay, si es que yo le entendía esto, pero ahora ya me confundió otra vez. Estos son de los temas que merece la pena volver a hacer el ejercicio, seguir viendo las preguntitas, aunque usted ya las entendió y ya sabe lo que es, vea las preguntitas para que lo recuerde y así su memoria lo va a grabar a largo plazo, long terms, ¿ok? Porque si ya lo entendí y ya ni lo vuelve a ver porque ya lo entendimos, puede ser que lo haya entendido, pero es un tema que necesita práctica y se nos puede ir a la memoria pasiva, que no nos sirve en los idiomas. Okay? Well, that's it for today. I hope that you feel good with this topic. Okay? And see you tomorrow.
Okay, good
Con
night.
más chistes, Mr. Ramírez. Que yo entienda. Bye. Take care.
Bye, teacher.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Good
Take
night.
care. Thanks for your participation and for your attendance.
Good night,
Good night.
everybody.